Shut up and sit down.
What's up, folks? Welcome back to Fishing with Ryan. Today we are at Tuttle Creek State Park and we are trophy hunting. Today I found out that, well, I guess yesterday I got an offer for a job that I've been going through a bunch of interviews for in Indiana, and today I accepted it. So to celebrate, I figured I'd go fishing. But with that positive news, there comes a downside. I mentioned this in the last video. I'm at 9 Kansas Master Angler Awards. Of course, I need to get to double digits before I leave Kansas. Master Angler Awards are, you get an award for catching a fish at a certain length. So for blue catfish, it's 37 inches or bigger. For channel catfish, it's 33 inches or bigger. And it's for all different kinds of fish, but those two catfish are mainly what I'm fishing for. So I'll show you here is the bait that I caught. Clearly the shad have been going crazy in this body of water and hasn't been too tough to catch bait. As you can see, whole school of 12 to 14 inch shad, pretty perfect catfish bait. Here in a sec I'll show you how I bait. I'm going to use them for bait, putting them on live to begin with, and then right now cutting them up. Had some success on both, you'll see that. Not yet the 37 inch blue or the 33 inch channel cat that I'm looking for just yet, but that's a fish. Not a bad fish. I promise I do not plan it out so that we're interrupted by fish during these videos, but it's kind of cool when it works out that way. That fish was probably about 30, 31 inches, blue catfish. Pretty nice fish, 10, 15 pounds, but we're here for trophies, folks. I forgot to mention too, you can see we're anchoring today. I'll show you some footage on that camera. Got the front anchor and the back anchor out, just fishing probably 10, 15 feet of water, and kind of a junction where I feel like fish are moving, and clearly they are. So far we've caught 35 inch, which is 2 inches away from master angler. I lost like a 33 inch blue, which, you know, whatever. And then that 31 that I just got. So all signs are pointing towards big fish to come. All we need is a 37-inch blue, folks. Stay tuned, see if we can make it happen. Well, folks, kind of looks like rain a little bit, so this trip might be cut short, but that's fine. Catch some fish, have a good time. I wanted to share a couple pointers, tips, things that I've learned in my time anchor fishing. So this applies to any kind of fishing you're doing where you cast out and you let it sit. So right now I'm anchoring, but also bank fishing for catfish, same deal. 3 tips. First, let slack in your line. So wherever you cast it, kind of hold it, feel it drop, and keep some tension on while it's dropping, but then let a lot of slack out of your line. Especially if you're kind of moving in a boat where you're anchored, you want that slack so that you can be able to tell if you have a fish on, because you can see your line kind of do some crazy stuff. But also, I read and I've experienced this, the bigger fish can feel your weight. So if you have your line all the way tight and they're biting on your bait, they feel it and they'll just spit it back out. As opposed to if they don't feel your weight because your line's super slack, they just eat it and either sit with it or they run with it. Which brings me to my second point. A lot of times you will see a tap on your line. Like one tap, two taps, whatever it is. Maybe sometimes your line will just like gradually get tight. There's no guessing, no telling what size that fish really is. Okay, the biggest fish I've ever caught, barely tapped, barely nibbled. Nibbled once, I saw it, and then I reeled it in. Monster catfish. And that goes for, I think, 3 different catfish I've caught over 40 pounds. So when you get a bite, you never know. And then the last thing I'll say is once you get a bite. Okay, so you cast your lines out, you put some slack in them, you're checking them out, seeing if you get bites. So if you get a tap, again, no matter how hard that tap is, this is my recommendation. A lot of people, when they see a little dink, they think it's just a small fish. But this is my recommendation. No matter what the tap is, always pick up your rod, reel down on it until you feel the weight on the rod tip, if that makes sense. So enough tension, still kind of loose that you're not going to spook the fish or pull the bait out of the fish's mouth, but just real slowly reel down until you feel enough tension to feel your weight. So that way you can feel if that bait's getting tapped or not. And when you reel down, if you feel something on it, you start reeling in as fast as you can. Okay, last piece of advice mixed in here. Use circle hooks for catfishing. Circle hooks make it a lot less likely that you're going to gut hook the fish. And in my experience, you get a lot better hook sets in the corner sides of their mouths, as opposed to like all the way down their throat and their guts. But when you're using circle hooks, this is important. You don't set the hook like you do any other fish, like a trout, bass, whatever, crappie. Don't set the hook real hard. All you do is reel in. Okay? So when you feel that bite, tap, 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 whatever, and you've reeled to the weight, just reel down as fast as you can, and that's how you set the hook on a circle hook. Hopefully these tips help, folks. I'm going to try to put them in action right now and catch, hopefully, a bigger fish before the storm comes.